What's good, family? Welcome back to the Mobile Home Elite Podcast, Mobile Home Elite Show. I'm your host, the charming mobile home mogul, Byron, and we back for another episode. Listen, I'm super excited to talk about this episode because I think this one is going to be one of the ones that you enjoy, right? When it comes to really having that visualization of what you want and how to have the goals. But also do me a favor, make sure you subscribe and make sure that you share this podcast with somebody. So today we talking about how to make $1 million in mobile home investing. Yes, $1 million. All right, you ready for the cheat code? You ready? There's not one. All right, there ain't no cheat code. There ain't no secret sauce to making $1 million. This game is all about, it's a numbers game. All right, it's a numbers game. And so I did some numbers to kind of break down, just to kind of give you like, what would it take to make $1 million, right, in mobile home sales. Okay, so for one, let's talk about if you fixing and flipping. Right. Let's say you fixing and flipping, or you flipping and, let's say the average flip, you're making $5,000 per flip. Right. Pretty good. You got good income. OK, so in order to make $1 million, it will take you 200 flips. 200 flips to make $1 million. So now here's the thing. I'm not saying how long. Well, this is how you make $1 million in a month. This is how you make $1 million in a year. No, it will take you 200 flips to make $1 million, averaging $5,000 per flip. So then that's why I want you to do your homework. And if that's the number that you like, hey, I want to do 5. Remember, it takes, so whether it take 3 years for, like, what's going to be your average? How many deals you're going to do a month to get that, right? How many deals, what's your quarterly goal? What's your yearly goal? If that's the goal, I want to clear $1 million. It has to profit $5,000 for 200 transactions. Now, let's go bigger, right? Let's say the transaction is $10,000. So we making $10,000 per transaction, per flip. We want to make $1 million. So that will take 100 flips, right? $1 million divided by 10,000, that's 100. So that'll take 100 flips. So now you're like, okay, 100, that may be a little bit more realistic. How long would it take you? How many $10,000 flips? And now you have to start getting specific, right? You have to make sure your market commands that you can get those type of profits. Okay. $10,000 profits. Now, I think one strategy for that is if you're getting homes financed, right? I think this is when you start getting your bigger margins, depending on where you are in the country, right? That way you start getting those checks. Again, 100 of those deals, right? You help 100 families. That's $1 million. Now, if you help 200 families at 5,000, that's $1 million. Now, let's say you're getting 25,000 per sale. 25,000 per sale. So this is why I like this, because now we kind of going big. We may be getting out of mobile home communities. We may still be doing this in mobile home communities, but I like this because this is when I want to talk about the ownership of the land, right? Mobile homes on private land, bigger margins, bigger paydays. Or if my people that's in California, my people that's on the east, northeast, Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, right? You guys command the Texas, Phoenix, like you all are in some of your parks. You talking about 100,000, 100, it's almost $200,000 mobile homes, right? Talk about California, Washington, Oregon, like these homes, because of where your location is, the cost of living, your homes cost more. So if your average sale is $25,000, okay, 40. So now we got to help 40 families, $25,000 per 40 families. We make $1 million. Now, I know some of y'all like, ooh, okay, I can see it. 40. I think I could do that. I may be able to do that in 2 years, right? I maybe do 20 homes a year. Or I may be able to stretch that out a little bit longer, right? So now it seems more realistic, right? So again, we talk about, at that margin of 25,000. That's what I was saying. If y'all, if you flip in mobile homes that come with the land, your margin's a little bit higher. Now we talking, that's how you make $1 million. Now let's talk about passive income. Passive income, right? Like, okay, I want to make $1 million in passive income. So how you do that is I start off, you get 10 rentals at 7, and you're averaging at least 750 coming in, right? 750. Again, this is more for, like I said, mobile homes on land profit. If you're renting out mobile home, rooms, you could possibly get, 750 plus. But Here's the thing, 10 rentals over a time, over 11 years, 133 months, 11 years, you'll make $1 million. So if you hold on to those properties, you got rentals, 11 years, to add those 10 properties, it'll make you $1 million. So 10 times, so think about it. 10 times, 10 families you helped, right? Now you may be helping different families depending on, the people that's living in your rentals. If you got it depends on what your turnover ratio, whatever that looks like. But again, that will get you $1 million, right? Now your cash flow is $7,500 a month. All right. Now you got 25 rentals and you're getting $750 a month from each rental. All right. Now you're cash flowing $18,750. I think you like that. And it's going to take you 4 years, almost 4.4 years, right? So about 4 years and 4 months to pretty much, to get your $1 million. So I think that as you hear this, some of this is very realistic. You help 25 families, maybe a little bit plus. You have the same properties over that 4-year time. You made $1 million. So when you ask how to make $1 million through mobile home investing, I gave y'all some scenarios. And again, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Again, I'm not saying this is how you make it in a year. No, it's all about numbers. So this is, I want you to play around with your numbers. All right. How much do you want to make per transaction? And here's the thing. Not all are going to be the same, but you have a goal. You know what your number is. Sometimes you may take less. Sometimes you may take more to offset. And so that way you end up getting your return money. So again, that's how you make $1 million in mobile home investing. Last but not least, if you really want to make $1 million in mobile home investing, and probably in a shorter time, it's flipping mobile home communities. All right. If you're wholesaling mobile home communities and you're getting those, anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000, commissions, 10 of those, $1 million, right? Or for example, if you're able to find a low cost mobile home park, or find a mobile home park that the cap rates are pretty high, you come in, add value, you sit on it maybe for a year or two, the value increases heavily, and then you see that you almost over, $500,000 to $1 million in equity, and you sell, boom, you can make you $1 million. Now, don't forget about that capital gains tax, but that's another podcast itself. But I encourage you to do a 1031 exchange so that way you can actually save on your taxes. I got to have an accountant on here or something like that. But listen, y'all, I appreciate you tapping in. You learn how to make $1 million through mobile home investing. I'm super excited for you. Listen, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You already know. Stay tuned for a new episode. Y'all, let's get it.